Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Hazards and Hijinks, the live-action fantasy role-playing improv comedy show. My name is Hero Carlisle, and I am your dungeon master tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday night. We know you could be anywhere in the world, and we are so very happy you are here with us live on YouTube and or Twitch. If you're on both, wow, that's impressive. Who are you, and how did you get so many computers? Well, if this is your first time, welcome to Hazards and Hijinks. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to have one heck of an adventure for you tonight. If you are returning, welcome back, adventurer. You know the score. We are going on another great adventure built by you. That's right. That's what we do here at Hazards and Hijinks. We gather together some of the best comedian and role players that I personally know, and we go to our social media, to our and we build a crazy madcap adventure built by you and throw it at our players. And tonight, oh boy, howdy, do we have one heck of an adventure. At the end of the month, as our long-term viewers know, we end the month off with something we like to call the Meat Grinder, which is our hard show. Everything is a little more dangerous, everything is a little more challenging, and you delivered on that. First and foremost, we said, what kind of monster will we be fighting this week? And by an overwhelming number. I mean, it wasn't even a contest. It was a you didn't even vote for the other monster. It was all votes for Ghouls. A total landslide, total knockout. Ghouls are coming your way. Those skinless undead monstrosities are going to be tearing through our heroes tonight. That is the monster our heroes will be fighting. Next, we said, what kind of quest will our heroes be going on? And you selected a kill quest. So we will have an NPC that our heroes will be forced to locate, fight, and slay. If they do this, they will achieve a level achievement and get all that closer to leveling up. And little known fact, Snarla Blastwind in the show tonight is just 2 level achievements away from reaching level 2, which would make her the first character in the show to get to level 2. So that could happen tonight if she manages to defeat the ghouls and slay the kill quest. We'll see if she manages to pull that off. I'm excited. I think she can. Very few things can stop her and her slippery eel hand. Finally, as this is the Meat Grinder, we have an additional Meat Grinder quest for them, which is the Doomsday event. As soon as the episode starts, we are going to start the Doomsday clock, and our heroes will have to stomp a series of in order to prevent a doomsday scenario from going off. If they fail, that's it. Game over. The entire world ends. If they succeed, they stop the apocalypse. We'll see if it happens tonight. I'm hoping it does. Otherwise, we have to cancel the show and we'll replace it with something else on Friday nights. I don't know, maybe like a sports-themed improv show. I don't know. I'm just spitballing right now. We'll come up with something later. I'm really hoping we don't have to, because I don't know jack diddly about sports. I think like you hit one with a bat, but like I'm not entirely sure. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get to the most important part of the show, where I introduce our lovely players tonight. Like I said, I gathered together some of the most talented improv comedians that I personally know, as well as some of the greatest role-playing adventurers that I personally know. None of them returned my calls, so I got these 3 people randomly off the street, and they agreed to be in my show. So put your hands together, starting with everyone's favorite rock star. Put your hands together for Catherine McGeoghegan as Snarla Blastwind, the Orc Bard.
All right, ghouligans, let's save the world.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. Put your hands together for everyone's favorite engineer, MC Smitherman as Jack Ripper Wainwright, the human engineer.
Avery Monson must have written my autobiography because all of my friends are dead.
Push me to the edge.
All my friends are dead.
And now put your hands together for everyone's other favorite engineer, Pyke Veritas, the elf engineer, played by Jose Orozco.
I must say, MC as Jack is absolutely my favorite engineer, hands down. I'm sorry, I gotta give it up.
Pyke, that is a lovely thing to say, and I gotta say, I agree.
And to sum this all up, I think I just hate engineers.
Well then,
That's a bit.
stop using that mic.
Oh.
Yeah, a bard that doesn't like engineers is like an artist that doesn't like.
Tank
Anywho, let's
makers.
get the adventure started. Let's start the way we always do, with a hearty huzzah, and feel free to join in with us. It's not weird, I promise. 3, 2, 1, huzzah! Yes, let's start with... Let's pick up with Snarla and Ripper. When last we saw Snarla and Ripper, they were in the deepest bowels of the underground ancient dwarven stronghold that had been overtaken by the sneaky takers. At the absolute base of this, there was an underground river where there was a massive ship, the Ship-a-Dip, the main ship of the sneaky takers. A stage had been set up, which was to serve as the execution spot of Snarla, where she was to be defeated by her former bandmates, Serena and the Banshees. However, teaming up with Alera of Aquafolium, the three managed to defeat the Serena and all of the Banshees, as well as several of the other sneaky takers in the audience. However, both Snarla and Ripper nearly died in the attack, and were left to recuperate. As they recovered and awoke, they found that Alera had taken the remains of the sirens. The former elves who had been cursed into this wretched form, to bury them in the tradition of the Fey courts. She had left a note saying that she would return, and so the two agreed that they would wait for her and investigate the Ship-a-Dip while they wait for Alera to return.
Well, there was a reason they were called Snarla and the Banshees and not Serena and the Banshees. I think they've learned their lesson.
And I certainly don't think that they'll be repeating any of their mistakes.
Oh, yeah. I'm already bored.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Alera just sort of took off again.
I'm not surprised. She tends to take off.
I just met her. I thought that, do you think it was me?
Oh, Jack. No, you're very pleasant.
All right, yeah. For being as charismatic as you are a terrible liar.
Only when I want to be bad at it.
That's fine.
As you step into the Ship-a-Dip's lower deck, you see a sneaky taker who was bleeding out from a wound taken during the previous battle. They look at you. There's no point in trying to fight. I'm dying. Hi, I'm Deanna.
Hey, Deanna. I'm gonna, loot your corpse. Because you're dead anyways. And, it's just the way it works.
Well, not yet. Okay.
I was gonna freely give you my stuff.
Well, I mean, this is still freely getting your stuff.
You are something else. You know what?
This?
Yeah, no, just take that. You spin the top of it, and then you push the button. Yeah, spin the top, just like that. Spin the top. Yeah, spin the top. Now push the button.
Wait a minute. You're a sneaky taker. Hang on.
There's like an 80% chance that that's a bomb.
You do it.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Or him?
No, not Jack.
Not me.
You do it.
Okay, I'll do it. She takes it, she spins the top, presses the button, the cap pops off, she drinks it, it's a health potion, she restores her health. Ha ha ha! Fool! She throws a smoke bomb and disappears. She leaves behind 2 health potions. These are for Ripper, not for Snarla, because she's a fool. Congratulations, Ripper! You have been rewarded 2 health potions from Deanna.
Well,
Wow.
Ripper, you can always give me one of the health potions, because what are they gonna do? Come back?
I mean, they could come back. And I'm still feeling a little off from the fight where I, fought against your demons and mistakes you made, and I put my life on the line for you. I think it's only right. I'm just kidding. Here, take one.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, I was about to ruin your whole career. you.
Snarla, as you grab one of the health potions, it turns into a bomb exploding for 6 points of damage. That is a trap.
I knew one of these was gonna be a bomb. I just didn't know it was that one.
That's not nice.
Here, drink this.
Oh,
then
sure.
I give her the other one.
All right. Yes, Snarla, you have been restored 6 points of health. Ripper, you have used both of your health potions. Congratulations.
One of them wasn't a health potion, was it? It was a bomb.
I gotta say, there's something. These sneaky takers are really good at making improvised explosives.
Yeah, apparently, and smoke bombs. Also,
The only improvised explosives I make are the puns on this show.
I don't get it. What show?
Really good.
That itself is not a pun, so you are okay.
I'm safe for now.
Ripper, you notice there is a beeping coming from your satchel. Beep, 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 beep.
I looked through it. I could have sworn I charged these.
Do you
You remove an item which is your Simon detector, which you had built at the beginning of this quest. It was the reason you had returned to Oakvale. It was the item you had built to search for any of the remains of Simon. However, your earlier assessment and information had led you to believe that Simon was completely destroyed. However, now something would indicate that some part of Simon has activated and is now sending out a signal which you can read.
Oh, hang on. I've seen this before. All we have to do is turn it off and on again. Let me just...
No, wait. Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. That's a tracker for Simon. If part of him is still intact and giving off a signal,
Simon's a full robot. He's fully intact. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, he can come apart. He can be disassembled.
What?
Yeah, he's a robot. You could technically... You could disassemble me, and I pull off my own arm, and then...
I may have to talk to you about that later.
Yeah. Oh. I could certainly build you one.
I don't want to talk about it while he's in the room. He may get offended.
The eel looks at you suspiciously.
Okay.
I could build the eel something as well. So you can have your own individual bodies.
Oh, okay, hot stuff. You think you can build an eel a good old body?
Yes, I
choose
do.
your voice.
Also, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. A little handshake?
Sure.
That is a simple attack as the eel bites onto your hand, so that's going to be 1d6 points of damage. Let's roll 1d6 points of damage. That's a big old 6. It is a moray eel, so it snaps onto Simon's hand for 6 points of damage.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, you twisted the metal.
Dude, twisted metal. I love that stuff. Healing word as a simple heal.
All right, that is going to be an Arcana check as you are trying to cast a spell. So let's roll an Arcana check. That's going to be a 12 or better. That's a 3. Yes, you cast the healing word. It further mangles his hand. You now have a disadvantage to any check requiring dexterity.
I feel like I should change my name and become a king. Right. I'm going to repair this with a metageneering.
And I'm going to go find Simon.
And Engical. Sure. I can't. Well, I can move. I can walk and work. Here, hold this. And I'll just follow where that's taken us while I make a medical/engineering check on my body to see if I can untwist my hand.
All right, that is going to be an engineering check. We're going to set that check. Well, you do have engineering experience, but it is pretty mango, so I'm going to set that at 16 or better.
I got teeth.
Now, let's see. You do have your item with you, right?
Augmentation is my
so
item.
that does that give you bonuses to your engineering checks?
Yes, it does.
That does give you a
engineering
1d6
and
bonus
medicine
to your engineering check. So yeah, let's add a 1d6 bonus to that d20.
And I would argue for another one simply because it's my arm and I built it.
I love that you would argue for that. You're not going to get it though.
Okay.
A 12. You're so very close. You're so very close. Yes, your disadvantage on your dexterity checks are now halved. So whatever they were before, they are now halved what they were before. You can attempt another check in exactly 1/2 hour to attempt to completely alleviate the damage done to your arm.
Yeah. It's a hell of a bite your eel's got.
Oh yeah, it's cleaved through like every ukulele I've tried to play with it. So I just have my magical base and everything else is just destroyed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm getting a signal.
Yeah, where's it leading?
That away.
Let's go see my boy.
And so the two of them went that away, following the signal out of the ancient dwarven ruins. Meanwhile, in the deepest, darkest wood, Pyke, on his part of the adventure, had done exactly what he had intended to do, which was make his way to the Fey court in an attempt to gather information about potentially resurrecting McDuffie, who he and Ripper and Tusk had accidentally blown up. As he stood before the Fey court, Artemis, the hunter's hound, the lovable Fey dog, leapt out from the swaying mushrooms and glowing fields. Hey, how's it going?
Hello there, Canine. It is not going too swell right now, actually. You see, I'm being tried, and I really need to clear my name here and make up for some bad stuff I did. Bad.
Yeah. Well, you did help us in getting rid of the pixies, so the Fey Court is honor bound to grant you one favor.
Oh. Okay, that's fantastic. Do I need to say it right now?
No, you may use the favor at any time.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, great. Is there some kind of whistle or some way to summon you so I can, cash that baby in?
Yes. Artemis leaps forward and begins digging at your feet.
Whoa. Hey, these boots are new.
I'm sorry.
Just, a little more careful with the digging is all.
She digs more wildly, dirt flying everywhere.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And pulls out a small whistle. Take this whistle. When you blow it, an emissary of the Fey Court shall come and grant your one favor.
Fantastic. Alrighty, gonna put this away right here where I won't lose it. Now I just gotta think. What does my sweet little elf heart desire? Oh, so many things. Well, is this really more like a limited kind of favor thing, or is it like a wish? Like I can have anything?
It's a monkey's paw scenario. Like it's directly proportional to the unforeseen negative consequence. So if you wish for like a sandwich, it's gonna give you heartburn. But if you wish to be like king of the world, like the world will end,
Right.
That kind of scenario.
All right, this is gonna take some serious thinking. But first, How am I gonna clear my name, little doggy?
That's a tough call. You done blown up your friend. That even amongst Fae, who typically have laxed moral codes, that's a crossing the line.
No, I didn't mean to. I was trying to do the quest and oh, that's no excuse. I gotta figure something out. Wait a second. Isn't there an old abandoned temple near here? You know, I heard stories that there should be some kind of artifact, a real wish-granting artifact, no monkey's paw limitations. They're just rumors, but at this point, it's all I have, little dog. It's all I have.
Well, I mean, yeah, there totally is.
Okay.
Yeah, there totally is. I mean, there's tons of temples in the deepest, darkest wood with all sorts of crazy stuff.
No, this temple, they said it was lavender with weird upside down triangle windows and does that
I know
sound
what you're
familiar?
talking about. Yep. You're talking about the I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, can you show me how to get there, please? That's not my request.
That's not your request. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm just asking you, one cool elf brother to a little dog brother, if you can do me this solid, brother.
You got it. Artemis immediately begins digging at your feet, kicking dirt all over your boots.
No. Okay. Good dog.
And pulls up a map in its mouth and hands you the map. Yes. This is the map to the Fuchsia Pentagram. This will take you to the Temple of the Fuchsia Pentagram, where you will find the aforementioned Fuchsia Pentagram, which can totally grant one wish. No questions asked.
Such a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been fun, little doggy. But I'm off.
Good luck.
Thank you. And good luck sniffing butts or whatever it is you do.
I don't need luck sniffing butts. I'm a pro. And Artemis jumps back into the glowing mushrooms and sparkling fey nonsense, disappearing in glitter and magic.
All right. With this map and my wits, I should be able to get there no problem. Now let's see here. West? What kind of a direction is west? Oh boy. Well, this tree kind of looks like that tall one in the distance. I guess I'll just start heading that way.
And so Pyke began to head that way, making his best way west as far as he could. We'll have to roll a nature check to see if you are able to decipher the madness found on the Fey map. Let's set this nature check at 14 or better. 14 or better. 15. Yes, your instinct was right. That tree, the one shaped like a giant arrow, was in fact the tree shaped like a giant arrow, pointing you in the direction of west. You continue to follow it until you come to the upside down waterfall, shooting water directly into the sky. You make your way up the upside down waterfall until you find yourself at the downward cliff, which is just a slide. You slide down it and you see the valley of the Fuchsia Pentagram. There you see a massive crater, a massive blackened crater where there should have been beautiful purple and fuchsia and lavender trees, but instead there is just withered black husks of desiccated trees and enormous blackened hunks of flesh and bone. And small tents hastily set up with lots of orcs quickly running from place to place, attempting to excavate around these massive chunks of flesh trying to move them away from a stone structure that seems to be buried underneath a massive piece of flesh and bone in the shape of a boar's skull. You are muted.
Oh God, this looks terrible. Oh my. The map, it's supposed to be beautiful, but everything's so dead. What could have possibly happened here? I gotta scan the soil. And so I'm gonna bust out robot minion XR2 from this little capsule here. Just as it. All right, XR2, serious business. I'm gonna need you to analyze the soil, the air, anything you can, and give me a lowdown on what happened here.
XR2 immediately begins shoving its face into the soil, and a long string of paper begins popping out of the back of its head. This is going to be an alchemy check. We're going to set the check at 10 or better, but because you are using your robot minion, you have a 1d6 bonus to the check. So we need a 10 or better with a d20 and a 1d6 bonus for this alchemy check. That is a 9. That's pretty good. I'm going to say yes. The XR2 pops back. The information is somewhat inconclusive. What you were able to gather is that there has recently been an explosion. The explosion is not natural, supernatural of some kind, possibly eternal. Whether that is elemental or divine, it is unable to ascertain at this moment. There is a high amount of iron in the soil, disproportionate to the region, and there is a necrotic energy radiating through the entire area.
High iron. That means there's been a lot of blood spilled, somewhat unnecessarily. They almost didn't consume all of it. Necrotic energy. Definitely some bad stuff going on here. If I had a guess, ghouls. But what am I supposed to do? I mean, I'm just one little elf, and you're just a silly old bird, XR2. I meant that lovingly, you know that. We're gonna need some serious help. But from where? We don't know anyone, really. At least not around here. No. Wait, XR2, maybe could you send out a distress beacon? I don't know if any of the other adventurers are around, but if they are, maybe they'd pick it up and come help.
All right, this is going to be an engineering check. You quickly begin tooling around at XR2 to send out a distress beacon. Let's set this at 12 or better. So this is going to be an engineering check. You also have the 1d6 bonus to this check as well. So a 12, d20 plus the 1d6. 17. Yes. Pulling out your wrench, you begin modifying XR2. XR2's head spins around and rocket shoots into the sky. It fires high above the tree line. And emits a massive sound. Attention, cool adventurers! Pyke Veritas needs assistance. Please come to these coordinates. Attention, cool adventurers! Pyke Veritas needs assistance. Please come to these coordinates. Before firing off a flare that fires into the air.
Real good job, XR2. Was hoping for something a little more, radio silency, but that works too.
XR2's head releases a parachute and slowly descends back down.
Really stuck the landing on that one, buddy.
Meanwhile, at the edge of the deepest, darkest woods, Snarla and Ripper, having made their way out of the dwarven ruins, find themselves As I said, at the edge of the deepest, darkest woods, surprised at how massive the underground structure was and how far it extended. As they emerge and get their bearings, they see in the distance XR2's head shoot out and give the signal. Attention, cool adventurers! Pyke Veritas needs assistance. Please come to these coordinates.
I'll be damned. At least someone's still alive. Is that beacon that Simon's giving off in any nearby direction to the XR2's head?
What I'm reading, and this is the weirdest thing, because I thought that robot and the other robot were different robots, but I don't know. Look at the map. It looks like they're directly over each other.
Yeah. Huh. All right, I think Pyke found him. Let's get moving.
I wanted to guide.
Okay. Here you go.
All right.
All right.
1 foot in front of the other.
1 foot
And
in
we
front of the other.
And soon you'll be marching across the floor.
All right, you get yourselves a special bonus to your nature check to travel through the deepest, darkest wood. All right, we'll add a 1d6 bonus to this. So let's set the check at 12 plus a 1d6 bonus. A nat 26. Snarla, as you continue to sing, the nature spirits acknowledge and continue to sing with you. They take the form of horses made out of earth and stone and tree and root. They lift you up and begin to ride both you and Ripper towards Pyke. You arrive in no time at Pyke's location, just as XR2's head lands gingerly back on his body.
Boy,
Hey, Jack,
you
I'm a fucking princess.
really stuck the landing on
yeah,
that one, didn't you, buddy?
Oh, elf boy.
Oh,
Pyke!
oh, praise the kitten! Oh, I'm so happy to see you too.
You found Simon?
I'm in way over my head here.
What do you mean weighing over your head? What's going on?
The bird was over his head, Jack. That's why.
Oh, I see. You know, sometimes
No,
I miss
that's
the
not what
simple
I
things.
meant, Snarla, although good one.
At
Uh,
just that moment, you hear a bellowing sound. You look down back towards the crater and the hastily made camp, and you see a large figure in black armor blowing a horn. Several of the orcs with red bandanas. What was that? Several of the orcs with red bandanas draped around their mouths begin charging towards you up the hill. They pull swords from their sheaths and charge.
orcs! Oh boy, I knew there was ghouls around here, but orcs!
Orcs and red bandanas, if my eyes and ears don't deceive me.
Yeah, that's what they are, led by a guy in big black metal armor.
I'm glad
Pyke,
we
you-
all collaborated on the details here to make sure we all understood the scenario as it's unfolding.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah,
we're a team.
teamwork makes the dream work, right?
I hate that
Speaking
studio.
Pyke, you wouldn't happen to have some scrap parts around? My arm's kind of
Oh,
busted up. So if we're about to get into a fight, I could use just an extra, few wires and
yeah, of
rerouters
course.
and-
You know, I always keep extra parts. Let me just do a check to make sure that I have the right parts for you, okay?
Yeah,
We'll
check
see what
on your
shakes out.
engineering gear. And here, let me help you check out my engineering.
Oh yeah, let's do it together. Okay, let's search for parts.
One of us is definitely helping, aiding the other in our endeavors, I'd say.
Okay,
right.
okay, geez, start kissing.
Oh, look, springs.
Seems like sorry, I think the
Assist
audio.
check. You need to roll a 10 or better.
Rubber chicken.
Okay. All right, yes, then I will say that is helpful. So we're going to add a 1d6 to Pyke's check, Pyke's engineering check. So that's going to be 2d6 to his engineering check to help Ripper's arm. So let's roll a d20 plus 2d6. There's no DC on this. We're just going to see how well he does. That's a 13. Yes, he is able to successfully restore Ripper's arm.
Look at that. Just the parts we needed.
Thank you very much. I'm glad that there's at
Anything
least
for a fellow engineer, my friend. Anytime.
I'm glad there's at least one other person who's as engineerically smart as I am.
Oh my god.
Engineerically smart. Huh.
Yes,
That's what
engineerically,
we're
it's
going
actually a common phrase they teach us in engineering camp. Not school, of course, because a real engineer doesn't need that trash. But
Oh yeah.
you know, the camps are fun.
Yeah, camp is great.
Oh,
At
did you
that
go to
exact
camp too?
moment,
Did you go to
you
South
see-
or North?
You see the
I went to-
orcs running as they leave the camp. They pass through a red barrier of magic, and as they pass through it, they kind of drop to their knees for their moment, screaming in agony as their bodies twist and morph. Jagged bone spurs rip out of their hands, their elbows, their spines. They rip at their own flesh as they continue to contort, transforming into ghouls. They scream and howl, ah! And continue to charge up the hill towards you. That would make it Snarla's turn. Snarla, what do you do?
Okay, I've got this. If there's one thing that ghouls love, old haggardly ghouls, it's dad rock. So I'm going to play a distraction, a performance check distraction.
All right, a performance check distraction. Let's roll. Let's roll. That is just a D20. All right, that's a 17. Yes. You begin to play. Give me a sample of the song.
Hey, big ghoul daddy rolled down the bend and he said, "What you doing, son?" And I said, "Big ghoul boy, you ain't gonna meet your end under the daylight sun." He said, "I'm just a ghoul, not no fool," and I walked on down that road. So if you think you're smart and you really got some heart, then maybe you should give me some of that gold.
Oh, very, very good. Yes. So the ghouls become distracted and begin moshing. They begin writhing around, listening to the music, dancing to the music, bumping into each other, knocking each other down as they continue to rock out to the music. They are successfully distracted. That would make it Ripper's turn. Ripper, what do you do?
Fantastic. Well, of course I'm going to be moving with the music because how could I not? But with everything back in check, I'm going to start circling around the ghouls, setting up basically a bunch of explosives in a ring around them, which will go off once they try to leave their little mosh pit.
Okay. All right, yeah, then let's say that is going to be we're going to hold the action till they move. So your action is going to take place before your next round. We'll say this was a standard attack?
Yes. I was thinking something like an engineering check to set up mines, but also a standard attack setup thing works as well.
Okay, yeah, then we'll do an engineering check. All right, let's roll it as an engineering check. We'll do a D20 plus your 1D6 bonus. And we'll set the DC at 14. 18, yes, you have successfully set up the minefield. If they cross the minefield, it will blow and cause the damage of a standard attack, but it does not cost you your standard attack. So you still have your standard attack. However, if they do not cross it before the start of your next turn, the bombs will deactivate.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I just
Okay. That would make it Pyke's turn. Pyke, what would you want to do?
Snarla, all those bone protrusions and stuff were really freaking me out, and I was really losing it there, but this song just brought me back. I love it.
If you want to see more bone protrusions, you should come to one of my concerts.
No. But great song. And so now I'm going to have XR2 transform into a merch booth and with all the right sizes, even with rips in the right spot so that the bone protrusions can come through. And I'm gonna try and lure them over across the minefield to the merch booth.
Okay, that is going to be a persuasion check on your part. I'm going to say this persuasion check is going to be set at, well, because they're already enchanted by Snarla's music, I'm going to say they're pretty keen on getting the merch, so we're going to set this at 12 or better. So you need to roll a 12
Fantastic.
or better. All right, that's a 13. That'll do it.
All right, XR2, merch booth it up.
XR2 shifts into a merch booth, projecting illusions of shirts and stickers and signed posters and other knickknacks, including like mugs and stuff. The ghouls see this and begin charging towards the merch booth projected by XR2, activating Ripper's explosive trap, activating the standard attack bomb trap that he had set up for 2d6 of damage. Let's roll that 2d6.
Rock and roll.
10. Yes, a devastating blow. All of the ghouls are eviscerated. Bones and gore and bits of flesh explode through the air, destroying all of them. You see down below more of the orc sneaky takers look around to the leader. He drops the horn on the ground and ushers the orcs. They make their way to large mechanical suits, and they begin getting inside the mechanical suits and marching towards you. What do you do?
I would like to summoning not the guitar I was just playing with, but summoning the brutal legend to focus this spell a bit better.
Okay.
Playing a metal song, I would like to cast heat metal on those metal suits.
Ooh, very well. Now, as the brutal legend is a magic item, that gives you a bonus to all of your bard spells and your performance checks. So we are going to cast this spell. This spell is going to be, let's set it at DC 14, but you have a 3d6 bonus to it. So we're going to roll a d20 with 3d6.
Ripper, those guys stole your shtick.
Yeah, I think Snarla's gonna about give him hell, though.
Yeah.
18, yes. Snarla, go ahead, take it away. Let's hear that heat metal.
Desecrate your surroundings. Every day I wake up and I think about the mechanization of society and the replacement of the average worker with machines and how this could be perfectly circumvented if we just had a more socialist state. Woo!
Yes. You look down and you see that the mechanical suits begin to glow a bright red. The orcs that had jumped inside them immediately evacuate them as the suits continue to steam and glow bright red, blah, 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 shutting down, deactivating. The leader in black makes his way into one of the tents, disappearing from the crowd. Several of the orcs not in the suits cross through the magical barrier and transform into ghouls, making their way up the hill again. That would make it Ripper's turn. Ripper, what do you do?
Alright, so there's a barrier that they're crossing through that's turning them into ghouls.
That
Like
is
if
correct.
they leave a specific bubble in the center of the compound or in the center of this valley, they become ghouls. But we're not turning into ghouls.
Well, we haven't gone through. Maybe we go through it onto the other side and we turn into ghouls.
Where are these machines on the inside of the bubble or the outside?
The machines are on the inside of the bubble.
And they were walking them towards the outside. Do they look like they could accommodate a ghoul?
That is going to be an engineering check to decipher that.
Sure. While I run down the hill towards the enemies, I think I'll use my action to decipher that to figure out if, once we go inside that bubble, there would be a safe way out.
Okay, yes. Then we are going to say we're going to an engineering check. Because of your augmentations, an augmentation drops over your eyes, kind of giving you zoom, microscopic vision. So we're going to add a 1d6 bonus to this. There's not going to be a DC. Depending on how well you do, I will give you more information. So we're just going to roll, and depending on how high or low you, that's what I'll tell you. So let's roll the d20 and the d6.
Oh, Ripper, that's so cool.
17. Yes, from what you can gather, where the leader in the black armor, where he went into his tent, there appears to be a large mechanical apparatus, and on top of the apparatus is a glowing red stone that seems to be emitting this barrier, the magical barrier. On all of the mechanical suits that the orcs were climbing into, there are smaller red stones. So you can assume that the smaller red stones create smaller barriers that seem to create, an effect that continues to protect from whatever is causing the transformation into the ghouls. As you run down the hill, you pass by one of these large burnt pieces of flesh, and I'm going to need you to roll a constitution check. So we are going to roll a d20, and you need to roll a 11 or better. 13. Yes, you feel intense pain rip through your gut. You drop to your knees, but you take no damage. You kind of hear a voice in your head saying, give in. Give in. That would make it Pyke's turn. Pyke, what do you do?
Whoa, Ripper, are you all right? You went down like a ton of bricks. That XR2, I'm gonna need you to scan Ripper and figure out if anything's wrong with him.
That's gonna be a medicine check. All right. Let's see. Yes, so we are going to roll a medicine check again. This one is going to be open-ended. So we're just going to roll a d20. Depending on how well you do, I will give you information. $18. Yes, the paper printout from the back of XR2's head. You rip it off and are able to read the necrotic flesh that makes up the central area of the explosion of the it's giving off a lot of necrotic energy, and if you get too close to it, the necrotic energy is going to irradiate you and is going to activate a ghoulish transformation. It is going to trigger a ghoulish transformation if you remain in its presence for too long. That's probably why they have the barrier set up. That's probably what is causing these orcs to transform into ghouls.
Ripper, buddy, there's some major necrotic energy coming from that glowing pink thing. I'm gonna need you to back up, or you're gonna turn into one of those monsters, okay?
Yeah, I feel it, and I hear it in my brain. It's not cool, man.
All right, well,
I got enough voices up here already.
Back it up, okay? I need to hear some beep, beep, beep. Come on.
Yeah, my reverse lights on my shoulders flash on as I kind of try to push myself back as much as I can.
You got plenty of space,
that would
buddy.
Make
Keep
it
going.
the ghouls' turn. The ghouls are going to make their attack. They leap into the air, their massive claws and their protracted mouths screaming, ah! Let's roll a d20. two. However, clumsily they collapse on top of each other, dogpiling and slashing into their own bodies, clawing and blood flaying everywhere. But Ripper is able to tumble back and begin to make his way up the hill. That would make it Snarla's turn. Snarla, what do you do?
I'm gonna reach into my bra and pull out a little object that kind of looks like a bunch of little grass seedlings, and I'm going to put it in a little jug of water and mix it together, pour it on the ground, and release an insta-grow audience to defend me as a defend action.
All right, yes, taking the defend action. Yes, you throw down the Instagrow audience, and several, what kind of audience do you want it to be?
Oh, I want it to be, like, the type of groupies that aren't weird, but like the type that, like, you know, enjoy the music and actually could talk to me about it on a human level rather than talking about me, you know? And they'll die for me here.
Yeah, totally. A bunch of druids pop out of the ground. Hey, man, like, I really enjoy what's going on. I think this is great. Hey, oh, whoa, like, I really enjoy this scene. Hey, I'm just gonna light up and have a good time. There's some gnarly good music here. All right. They begin passing joints around to each other, smoking, and have created a barrier completely surrounding you.
Excellent.
All right,
good luck,
make it Ripper's turn.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna continue to back up. These corpses are letting off this. Is it like an energy or like a smell? Like, was it a psionic thing?
It's an energy.
Cool. Energy needs to be focused. It needs to be if it's going to be released, it needs to be stable in some way, or at least have a consistent form to be released. Now, the best thing that I know to unmake energy is fire, and I'm going to unsheath the flamethrower that's in my arm and just boom, launch fire across the corpses in front while I continue to back up and see if I can start a fire that will burn away their rot.
Okay, is this a special ability that you're attempting to do, or is this just an attack?
I'd say special ability, because I'm not necessarily trying to damage any combatants. I'm trying to remove...
Then I'm going to say this is an engineering check. Let's set this one at 16 or better, so the D20 plus the 1D6. All right, just barely. Yes, you managed to ignite the one closest to you. You hear a loud scream come from the large chunk of flesh as it kind of collapses and begins to liquefy around you, like, you're that feeling in your stomach, that twisting kind of alleviates for a moment, and you can get closer to it without it afflicting you. However, the flames do not spread to the other ones. That would make it Pyke's turn. Pyke, what do you want to do?
That fire seemed to be helping things out a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and have XR2 spray a bunch of oil all over the rest of them so that they'll catch on fire quickly as well.
Okay, I'm going to say this is also an engineering check, so we are going to set this one at 14, and this is going to be a 1d6 bonus as well. $17. Yes, XR2 leaps over you and opens its beak and begins spraying oil upon all of the massive chunks of blackened flesh in the close vicinity. As it does, the fire from the initial chunk of flesh catches the oil and spreads quickly to the others, igniting all of the other pieces of flesh as well. They ignite. The kind of screeching, screaming sound continues and grows louder. From the smoke created by the burning hunks of flesh, you see a demonic figure kind of take shape. It riles up and screams as it dissipates. Congratulations, you have defeated the first phase of the Doomsday event. You are that much closer to stopping the apocalypse. That would make it the ghouls' turn. The ghouls are going to attack. They are. Let's roll the d20. Oh, that is a crit fail. That means everyone gets a free attack. You can make a free standard attack. So go ahead and tell me what you are going to do with your standard attack. Snarla.
Snarla will take out of her bra one of her mixtapes and, like a shuriken, throw it through the fire and into the tent of the leader, trying to catch it ablaze, saying all the while, "My mixtape is fire."
Oh, yes. Yes, you do. Absolutely. Throwing the mixtape shuriken, you ignite the tent. It begins to burn brightly. The fire spreads to the device next to the tent as well, and you can see the magical barrier begin to wane. The magical barrier flickering, its magical presence flickering in and out. The orcs within the magical barrier looking very concerned up at it. That would make it Ripper's turn. Ripper, what do you want to do with your free standard attack?
Yeah, so the orc, the ghoul, whichever ones are closest to me, I'm just gonna bring out my arm blades and just start cutting into them, just letting out all my frustration, all my anger, all my mourning and sadness and everything, and just a flurry of attacks.
All right, yes. The arm blades shoot out from your hands as you duck into the crowd, slashing them for a standard attack. 2d6, let's roll it. That is 8. Yes, you begin to eviscerate them, slicing through them like they were butter. That would make it Pyke's turn. Pyke, what do you do?
All right. Are there still a lot of the mob left?
No. Ripper has completely taken care of that wave of ghouls.
Okay.
There are no ghouls left. There are orcs still within the encampment. There are orcs within the encampment, but they have not been transformed into ghouls yet. They have not crossed the barrier, and they have not been, the barrier is still active, so they haven't accidentally turned into ghouls.
Okay. I'm gonna test this little barrier here and see if it see what it's cracked up to be. So I'm gonna fashion together a little grenade, and I'm gonna chuck it at the closest group of orcs in a barrier.
Okay. Yes. Then. So you're chucking it at a group of orcs, or are you chucking it at the device that's making the barrier?
I'm gonna chuck it towards the group and hit the barrier to see, because I don't know if things can go in or things can only go out.
Then,
so I'm testing that.
Yeah, then I'm going to say this is going to be an engineering check, and if you pull it off, then you will get an additional 1d6 to your standard attack.
Okay.
So we'll do the engineering check first. So that's going to be a d20 plus a 1d6. We'll set this one at 10 or better, just a 50-50 shot. So let's roll that. 13, yeah, easily, you nailed it. The grenade easily passes through the barrier as it flickers in and out. The orcs go, "Oh shit!" The grenade flies through the air and bounces onto the device. Bink, 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 boof, and explodes for 3d6 of damage. Let's roll that 3d6.
Boom, baby.
11, yes, it explodes. You see the magical barrier immediately dissipate. The orcs that were standing near the device activating the barrier are blown away from it. They tumble down, and as the barrier collapses, they immediately begin to convulse and transform into ghouls themselves. The flaming tent where the leader had entered, you see it kind of torn and thrown off, and the leader emerges in his own mechanical suit with his own independent barrier, his own micro barrier protecting him from the fell energy. He looks and points directly at you. "You and me, Pyke, we got beef now."
He knows my name.
He knows your
Aw.
name.
Welcome to the kill quest. Your objective is to defeat Clever Dad, the Orc Engineer. If you can defeat Clever Dad, the Orc Engineer, you will earn a level achievement. All of the orcs in the encampment have now shifted into ghouls. They begin tearing at each other, and seeing you and Clever Dad, they begin attacking both parties, charging in both directions. That would make it Snarla's turn. Snarla, you're first.
Druid friends.
Oh yeah, what's up? Hey, whoa, hey, whoa.
If we were to start up on like building a little boulder and roll it down the hill at that thing, do you think it'd hit really hard? Like with magic?
My edible's hitting hard.
Well, I guess we'll have to try. And
Yeah,
I'll try
let's do
to
it.
do a druid circle and make a massive boulder with magic.
Yeah, okay, all right. All right, that is going to be, yes, that's going to be a performance check. And you're going to be using them. So that's creative. I'm going to give you a bonus to that. I'm going to give you a 1d6 bonus. So we're going to roll a performance check with a 1d6 bonus.
We're singing in
we'll
a
set
smoking circle. It's a
Yeah.
whole vibe.
Yeah, they pull out drums. Begin like,
Woo!
all right, let's roll it. What was that? A 24. Yes, the most massive boulder that has ever been summoned by a drum circle emerges. This boulder is the fist of the Groovy. It has been spoken of in legend amongst the druids and the hunters. It has a face on it, the face of Willie Nelson. Well, hey
Oh,
there.
tight!
Well, how's it going?
Oh
I'm
my
gonna crush
gosh.
all of these guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm such a big fan. Oh, go crazy, go nuts.
Let's do it. And it begins rolling. Where would you like it to roll towards?
Rock part. Yeah, you got the roll part.
It's yes. I would be nothing without my engineers. I think I want it to crush that big suit of power armor.
Okay, yes. So you wanted to go after Clever Dad?
Yes.
All right, yeah. Yes, it rolls towards Clever Dad, crashing into Clever Dad, knocking him down. He is incapacitated as it smashes him down. Ah, no! Oh, my one weakness! Nature!
Kumbaya, my dudes.
The ghouls begin charging and ripping at his armor. Get off of me, you crazy undead bastards! Ah! That would make it the ghouls' turn. The ghouls are going to attack everybody. So let's roll a d20. $15. That hits everybody. So that's going to be 1d6. Two. Yes, ghouls coming out of everywhere begin slashing at the entire party for 2 points of damage as they claw and bite, gnash, and punch at everybody. That would make it Ripper's turn. Ripper, what do you do?
Well, at this part, I'm pretty far down the hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those suits, have they cooled down at this point?
It looks like they have.
And their magic that protects the user from the ghoul transformation is still working, it seems?
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm going to hop into one and augment it to attach it to my body to become just a ghoul buster.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is a use of all right, what is this? I'm gonna say this is screw it. I'm gonna say this is a class feature. This is an upgrade. You're using an upgrade. So yeah, let's roll a d20 plus 2d6. 11, yes. You leap into the suit of armor and begin configuring it to your augments. It latches onto you. You feel the magic energy radiate through you. You are protected now from the necrotic energy pulsating from the few remaining bits of the necrotic flesh. You are protected from its effects. You now, all of your attacks do an additional 3d6 damage.
I'm keeping this thing.
We'll see. That would make it Pyke's turn. Pyke, what do you do?
All right.
Pyke, you
shiny
gotta get
glowing-
one of these.
I want one, but then everyone would say I'm copying you, and I would kind of be copying you, so I'm not. I'm just not
No.
gonna do it.
We combined them to like Pacific Rim this, the fantasy Pacific Rim it.
Oh,
You guys want to
Okay.
raid each
Pilots,
other?
one Jaeger.
okay, yeah, but I gotta go get that glowing thing because it's shiny, and I really
Oh
like
yeah,
shiny things.
yeah, I get that.
And
Gotta
I'm
get the
pretty
shiny.
sure it's gonna grant me a wish to fix my name.
Yo, get that
Everyone hates
wish.
me right now,
You missed.
I don't hate you.
other than the adventurers.
Well, yeah, that's all of us.
All right, I'm gonna execute command fetch so that XR2 goes as a robot, unaffected by all the fiendish necrotic energy, and try and grab me that glowing artifact.
Okay. Yes, that is going to be engineering check. We're going to set this check at 16 or better, so d20 plus 6. D20 plus 1d6. That is 15. We needed a 16, so XR2, beep, 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 beep. XR2 immediately begins running towards the temple and gets stuck in the necrotic flesh. Beep, 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 beep.
XR,
Necrotic
you
flesh
gotta-
begins consuming XR2.
no. You gotta get
XR2 into it.
shift into third gear, XR2. Third gear.
XR2 is
Oh.
completely consumed by the necrotic flesh, pulled deep into it. It kind of pulsates, and you hear
Oh no.
Nasty.
that would make it Clever Dad's turn. Clever Dad needs to unincapacitate himself, so we're gonna need to roll a d20. Let's roll that d20. 16. He lifts Willie Nelson, the boulder, over his head. I never liked country music, and throws it into the air. Ah!
Mr. Nelson.
That is the end of his turn, thankfully. That would make it Snarla's turn. Snarla, what do you do?
I'm going to look at the big bad evil guy in the suit, and I'm basically gonna say, as a power attack of insult with vicious mockery,
Ooh.
you compensating for something? That's it.
Ooh, that's gonna be 3d6 of damage. Let's roll the 3d6. Eight. Clever Dad immediately looks at his crotch and accidentally hits himself. Poof. Oh, no, I'm not.
I'll be try
That was beyond Freudian. That was just, wow.
yeah.
That would make it the ghouls' turn. The ghouls are going to attack everyone. Let's roll that d20. 6. The ghouls attack wildly, slashing at everyone. However, they fail to attack anyone. That would make it Super Ripper's turn. Super Ripper, what do you do?
All right, well, while the ghouls are attacking me, oh, that's cute. Stand down. And I'm just going to crush every single ghoul. Shoulder cannons on this mech. Rocket fists. Rocket in the elbow that propels the punch so that I punch even harder. Because it might not make much sense, but it's dope as hell.
Are you seeing how cool that is, Pyke? You should. That could be you.
I don't even have a robot anymore, Snarla. I'll never be that cool.
All right, so is this a simple, standard, or power attack?
I'm gonna say this is a standard attack for 5d6.
A standard attack for 5d6 worth of damage. Let's roll. 16. Yes. Ripper turns into a crimson dynamo, just utterly destroying, like an Ultraman, like a Big O, like a Gundam Wing, just destroying, just, oh my God, the carnage just ripping through all of the ghouls, ripping off heads, ripping out spines, ripping arms from shoulder blades, using claws as like, wah! Yeah! He grabs one by the top of the head and just like peels it back and like whips it around and throws it. Just like, he like turns one into a boot and then kicks it. It's gnarly. He's getting a lot of aggression out. He's just working through some stuff. And
I have had a very bad day.
Congratulations, cool adventurers! You have successfully defeated all of the ghouls, earning 1 level achievement. Huzzah!
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 That would make it Pyke's turn. Pyke, what do you want to do?
No, I was always confused as to why they nicknamed him Ripper. You know, he builds things. He's an engineer. It's what we do. But now I get it, Snarla. Now I get it.
He seems to have a lot of internal problems, and I hate therapists, but he should probably see one.
All right, well, XR2 couldn't do it. Then I'm just gonna have to take things into my own hands. And I pull out a grappling hook gun to try and fire it at the glowing artifact and just hook it and reel it in from a distance.
Okay, that is also going to be an engineering check. We're going to set this one at 16. So 16, but you do have a 1d6 bonus. So 16 or better with the 1d6 bonus. Oh no! You fire the grappling hook. It successfully grabs on to the Fuchsia Pentagram. However, the necrotic flesh wraps around the cord of the grappling hook and pulls you in.
No. Ah!
Necrotic flesh. It begins to wrap around you, and you hear in a low voice, "Submit."
Ew.
Into the necrotic flesh. You feel it pulling you into what feels like an esophagus or a stomach or intestines. Muscle and sinew kind of push you gently. It doesn't crush you or anything. It doesn't really hurt you. And it doesn't seem to be releasing the ambient necrotic energy that should turn you into a ghoul, but it continues to force you down this bizarre, sickening, gross tube. Will come back to you.
This is so gross, guys. It's like a bug.
That would make it Snarla. No, that would. What is it? The bad guy's turn or is it Snarla? It's Snarla's turn. Snarla, what do you do?
I'm gonna call it Ripper real quick. Ripper, deal with the big bad evil guy. I'm gonna try to get our friend. And I'm going to.
I got it.
Strum a power chord and cast a spell. Bigby's hand apparating a massive purple hand in the air to try and rip and tear through the flesh to get to our friend and save him.
Okay, that is going to be a performance check. So let's set this one at 16 or better. Just a d20. A nat 20. A purple hand emerges and puts on a latex glove and poof, punctures into the necrotic flesh and begins going after Pyke. You see the hand grab onto something and begin pulling back out.
Wait. Ow, my leg. You're pulling too hard. You're pulling too. Ah!
It yanks, ripping Pyke out of the tunnel, ripping Pyke. It pulls him. The grappling hook the Fuchsia Pentagram and a small piece of a small black box. The necrotic flesh begins contorting violently, thrashing around wildly, chaotically, screaming, congratulations, you have successfully defeated the second part of the Doomsday event. Huzzah!
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 Pyke, would you believe me if I told you this wasn't the first time I've done this?
Snarla, I was just birthed again, so I'm gonna need a second, okay? Just 1 second, okay?
I'm technically your mama now!
Cool.
Or at
Oh,
least
man,
the
Cool Adventures
midwife.
have some weird family dynamics.
I always wanted a rock star, Mom!
Happy birthday! Prepare to die from Clever Dad!
Clever Dad attacks. We're gonna roll a D20 plus 1d6.
Mom, Dad's trying to hit me! Make him stop!
Oh shit! He's really taking a long time to hit you.
That's a 23. That's gonna hit everybody. He extends one of his arms, which transforms into a Gatling gun and begins firing. It fires 1d6 at everyone.
Ouch.
For 2 points of damage, bullets fly through the entire encampment.
That's my move!
Yeah, take that. Let's roll a D4. Let's roll a D4. Snarla, this is yours. So odd or even?
I'm odd, so it's odd.
All right, let's roll that D4. What is it? 3. Yes, Snarla, from the sky, you see it's Willie Nelson. I'm actually a rock star! And he slams into Clever Dad, incapacitating him once again. Ah, shit, nature! Ah!
Willie, that's what I'm talking about, baby!
That would make
I
it
guess he's
Ripper's
pretty
turn.
stoned,
Ripper,
huh?
what do you do?
My taste for blood has not been satiated.
Oh no.
I'm going to go to Clever Dan, who is not so clever when compared to me and Pyke, the two brain boys.
What about me? What,
All
I'm pretty
right.
smart.
So you're smart, but you're like emotionally smart. You've got like emotional intelligence and stuff, and like brains about music. And
Whatever
things.
helps you sleep at night.
Hey man, did you see what I just did? That is not the sign of someone emotionally healthy. Hey Dan! And I reach into his cockpit. I assume he's got like some sort of a cockpit in his mech suit.
You guys have
I
some sort
want
of
to just
cockpit.
take him out and hold him in my big iron fist and just like squeeze him and make sure that he can't do anything.
Is this an attack? An intimidation? What are we doing?
This is, I want to like, the rock, like the
restraining
bull, the Willie Nelson has incapacitated the suit. I want to incapacitate
Oh.
him.
He's incapacitated. It would be
Oh, he's
rather redundant to
incapacitated.
further incapacitate him. And I will remind you, he is the subject of the kill quest.
I have some questions first. Then while he's incapacitated, I stand over him and level like every single cannon, like a ridiculous amount of cannons in this thing, all open up and all aim at him
All right, War
as I
Machine,
ready a
let's do it.
power attack.
Yeah. All right, power
Uh,
attack. Okay. Ask
And
your question.
I want to ask him first, where's Simon? Yeah, I knew I was funny, but I didn't think, I don't
You
know.
don't remember me,
comedian.
do you? Ripper.
He removes his bandana. Clever Dad is actually Clever Dan, your father's apprentice. You stole my chance to inherit your father's legacy as the Simon manufacturer when you left the factory to burn that night.
Whoa.
What happened was not my fault. And you were never going to inherit him because your tech is vastly inferior to mine and my family's.
Says the guy who used my tech to kick my ass. So, who really kicked whose ass? Huh?
A
I
valiant
guess you done
attempt
and
there.
fucked yourself, kid. Dan, we could have worked this out. You didn't have to do this. You didn't have to kill people. The family could have used you. I mean, we cared about you. You were practically a brother to me.
Now I'm your clever dad. Do what you need to do, son. Get it done.
Engineers don't hurt people, Ripper. We help people. We solve problems.
No,
This
don't listen
guy's
to that.
gotta go.
No, don't listen to that. Kill the fuck out of this guy.
That's what I said. He's gotta go, Snarla.
Oh, tight. Okay, word. I thought you were trying to do like a kumbaya, like we all heal together type thing. No, fuck this guy. Kill him.
Oh, yeah, no. I thought this was like an angel on
Kumbaya.
one shoulder, devil on another
Heal.
shoulder.
No, it's
Oh,
two
yeah,
devils.
no.
Kill the
He's
fuck out of him.
No, Dan, you fucked up, man. Power attack.
Right, let's roll that power attack. That's gonna be 66. 6d6. And you know what? Because you had two devils on your shoulder, let's make it 8d6.
Oh,
Hey,
fireball.
yeah.
We're gonna need all the d6.
Can we just round up and say it did 86 damage?
23 points of damage. You unload all of the arsenal atop Dan. Just when finally, when the smoke clears, only Willie Nelson remains.
As it should be.
Damn. That was a lot. And he slowly shifts back down into the earth.
Simon
Yes.
was more of a brother to me than you ever were.
Wait, Mr. Nelson, I wanted your autograph.
A stone pops up and flies towards Pyke's hand.
Wow. Jeff Goldblum's autograph.
Oh no!
Thanks, Mr. Nelson.
Congratulations, you have successfully completed the kill quest. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Getting your second level achievement. Snarla, you have leveled. You are now the first cool adventurer to reach level 2. How does
Would've
it
thought
feel?
it.
Excuse me. I also level.
Whoa! Ripper is also level 2. Whoa!
Who would have thought it would have been
Pyke is
us?
also level 2.
Yeah,
Am I not
right?
keeping track?
I think, did I earn one the last time?
Yes, Pyke is also
I think
level
I
2. The
did.
entire
Maybe
party
I'm one.
Yeah.
is level 2. What?
This is the dream team.
It's a musician and 2 engineers. It's hard to beat. I'll
Really
take all the
gold
credit.
energy surrounds you as the song of achievement ignites through the air. Da 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 da. You have achieved the next level. Congratulations. However, you see the small black box attached to the Fuchsia Pentagram. It bounces up and down, emitting necrotic, chaotic energy. Simon, you look at it and you recognize it as the core processor of a Simon unit.
I'm assuming you meant me.
Yes, Ripper. Did I say that? Did I get it confused?
You said
Said Simon.
Simon.
Oh no!
I mean,
Now I'm
we are
confused.
half brothers.
Will I ever be able to tell the difference between Simon and Ripper? Will Pyke ever be able to build another robot? Will Snarla ever decide whether or not she should start a spin-off with Willie Nelson and do like a folk music thing? These
I did
questions
that-
and more to be asked next time on Hazards and Hijinks. Wow, what a show! Our heroes did it! They stopped the apocalypse, they defeated the ghouls, and they slayed the clever dad, earning all 3 of their level achievements and successfully completing and surviving the meat grinder tonight. What an accomplishment! What a show! If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so very much. I hope you like and subscribe, follow, tell your friends We want everyone to know about Hazards and Hijinks. Fridays belong to Hazards and Hijinks. We have so much cool content coming down the pipeline. We have artwork every week. We do surveys. We do tons of cool stuff. But that's not all here at Fancy Hobo. It's not all just D&D inspired content. No, tomorrow night we have the genre show returning with our Star Trek show. That's right. Going to the furthest reaches of space with our genre team. It's going to be a blast and a half. That's right. Check that out tomorrow night at 8. Then we have the entire month of June with a ton of new stuff as well, including our Shakespeare show coming down the pipeline as well. As well as Hazards and Hijinks every Friday night. You can catch that here. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. We also have great stuff on TikTok as well. We got a great TikTok going. Check us out there. Also, if you're on Facebook, we have a Facebook. Facebook is a thing. I use it because I'm old. So check it out. Also, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, but you're like, you know what? I like my comedy a little more subdued and my Dungeons and Dragons with a little more math. Please check out Tyler's Handsome Corner Tavern every Tuesday night at 8 for some of the best D&D on YouTube. I guarantee you're going to love it. If you love Tusk, if you love Tyler X Kuntz, you're going to love that show. Also, Catherine, you have not pitched your content. You have Berserker Abridged. Where can they watch that? That's something they can watch, or has it not been released yet?
Oh, it's been released. There's 5 episodes out. Pitch it. Sure, yeah. If you want to watch Berserk Abridged on YouTube, if you're into anime, check out Grumbo VA, GRUMBO space VA, to watch a series that I work tirelessly on.
Yeah, check it out. It's a lot of fun. Great content there. What else? Nothing else. We love you. We do this because we love you. You do this because you love us too. That's all I have to say. So let's end the show as we always do with a hearty huzzah. 3, 2, 1, huzzah!
Bye.
Pyke went up the butt. Pyke went up the butt.
Yeah, you were straight up in a Geiger-esque asshole today.
Hey, you were in a trash boot.
It was rough but slimy at the same time. I don't know how they managed.
I can't believe you were an anal baby.
Yeah. That's like
Well,
once a
Did so
millennium.
well this episode. We got so good. Just
Elf anatomy is a little different.
Can I keep the mech
Of
suit? Can I add the
course.
mech suit to my repertoire? I want my Hulk Buster. I want it so bad.
It breaks immediately after the session ends, just shatters as a testament to how much worse of an
his tech
engineer
was
that
not
guy
good.
is.
his tech was not
I mean,
good.
his tech was
Yeah.
not good, but can I keep the parts? Can I keep it so that I can improve
metal all
future
turns
things
into
down
the same
line?
gooey
or
flesh.
maybe make Snarla a third hand.
I don't even know
Third
what
hand.
this weird shit Snarla would do with a third hand.
Probably rob more dying people.
Yeah. I love that's how we start off. Hey, we got these adventurers. Hey, you're dying. Can I just rob you as you reach death?
They weren't gonna use it. I don't know what the moral quandary is. Like, if
I was
all I had to do was
considering
wait
healing
5 more
them, and then they
seconds.
just smoke bombed.
I think you're shoving it in their face. You know, if you wait till they die and you loot them, whatever. But if you're like, hey, I'm gonna loot you right now, person who's dying. I mean, that's you're kicking a horse down.
Practically, like, they're not gonna use it. What do they want their granddaughter to have it? They're dead in the middle of a cave.